Okay, so this is just going through a homework for my year 8 5 class, or anyone else following the scheme of work that we're doing here. What I'm going to do is just going to read through the work and give a little bit of a tip to people just to help them out. Okay, question 1, we've got 5.4 take away 1.28. Okay, so what we're doing here, we need to do column subtraction. So just remember, we've got 5.4 and we're taking away 1.28, so I'll put that underneath, and remember we've got to line up our decimal place so everything is in the correct columns. So the point will go here, we've got 1.28. Right, now what we might notice is we've got a little gap here. Okay, so we're going to need to fill that with something, so we'll fill up the gap and then we'll take it away like normal. Okay, next question, we've got 3.64 multiplied by 2 plus 13.7. So the first thing we're going to need to do is tackle this multiplication. 3.64 multiplied by 2. Now, what we've done in class, you may want to use a different method, but what we've done is use the Chinese grid method. Which looks like this. Okay, and then need to put my diagonal lines going from bottom left to top right. And of course, I don't want to do 3.64 multiplied by 2. I'd like to do 364 multiplied by 2, and then I'm going to put my decimal place back in the appropriate place at the end. So we've got 364 multiplied by 2, and we fill in the answers there. Okay, once we've done that, whatever our answer is, we will add it on to 13.7. So I'll have 13.7 plus, I'll put my answer in here, but we've got to remember, line up the decimal places so that we've got them in the correct columns. Okay, now you don't have to do this method. As I said, some people like to do other methods, but this is what we've been doing, so it may be useful. Question 1c, we've got 0.3 multiplied by 100 plus 2.4 multiplied by 10. So the rules of bid mass say we need to do the multiplications before we do the additions. So I'm going to do this multiplication and then this multiplication. Not going to give you too much help. We know 0.3 multiplied by 100, then we do 2.4 multiplied by 10. Whatever them two answers are, if you write them underneath, then you can add them up together. Question 2. Okay, so got a worded question here. So a school shop buys 400 pens, buys them for £36. So they've paid £36 and they've got 400 pens. The shop sells the pens for 10 pence each. How much profit does the shop make when it sells all of the pens? Okay, so what we want to do is we want to work out how much money the shop makes for all of the pens. So it's got 400 pens and it's selling them for 10 pence each. Okay, we'll need to work out how much it makes. So 400 pens multiplied by 10 pence. We'll work that out and that will give us an answer in pence. Okay, you can see that we're trying to work out for pounds and the answer is in pounds, so we'll need to change this pence into a certain amount of pounds first. Then to work out the profit, we want to see what the difference between the money we've made and the money we've spent. Question 3. We want to work out 300 multiplied by 0.58, take away 0.08, and they're in brackets. Again, if I look at my bid mass, Okay, we have a multiplication sign, we've got a subtraction, but we've got a brackets around the subtraction, so the brackets will come first, which means we do this subtraction, then we will multiply our answer. So first thing, if I work out the brackets, I want to do 0.58, take away 0.08, again line them up, line up the decimal point, 0.08, subtract that. Then when I've done that, I'll get my answer, and I will do 300 multiplied by whatever my answer is. Question 4a. Now I've already laid out a subtraction, so I'm not going to help us here, but we want to do work out the value of 1.3 take away 0.7. So again, what we've done before, you need to put it in the column addition, you need to line up your decimal points, which means everything will be lined up in the correct columns. Again, question 5, it's a little bit hard to see, but we've got 23.4 plus 7.3. Again, we need to use column addition there and make sure everything's lined up properly. And the same with part B, 9.6 take away 3.9. Again, lining up, making sure everything is lined up exactly as it should be. Okay, moving on to question 5c on the next page. We have 24 multiplied by 6. Again, I've already gone through a long multiplication, so you may want to use the Chinese method, you may want to use the grid method, or you may want to use column multiplication, entirely up to yourself. Part D, we have 125 divided by 5. Okay, so to set that up, we'll use what people call the bus stop method. So we've got 125 divided by 5. Okay, and we work across from left to right, dividing through. The answer will be what we've got on the top row. Again, part A, we've got another long multiplication. We've got 3 marks for this one this time, because we've got a 3-digit number multiplied by a 2-digit number. Just a little bit of a hint. If it's 3-digit times by 2-digit, our grid will have to be 3 rows along and 2 digits high. And we'll look something like that, and we'll fill in the numbers around the right hand side, and the answers will come out down here. Question 6, again another worded question. So Sam buys 6 packets of wine gums. He pays with a £5 note, and he gets £2.72 change. Okay, as this is the last question, not going to give you too much help, but what we want to know is how much is 1 packet of wine gums. Okay, so what we've got is, I'll give a few questions. First one, he pays with a £5 note and gets £2.72 change for his 6 packets of wine gums. What I want to know is, firstly, how much do 6 packets cost? Okay, if you know how much 6 packets cost, so we can work out how much 6 packets cost, then what I want to know is, as the question asks, how much does 1 packet cost? Okay, and that's all the help I'm going to give you there. Okay, hopefully we should have enough information to go through and find out in pence how much 1 packet costs.